Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. So I've just posted a video. It was a little bit dark, and because of that the angels want me to jump on and just tell you a little bit about protecting yourself and shielding yourself from any negative intentions. And thank you for being here, liking, subscribing as always. So the only thing you need to do if you're in a scary situation or you're worrying that you're being attacked by anything negative or any outside influences, whatever that may be, is call on Archangel Michael for protection. Archangel Michael is the Thor of heaven. Now, I've done a video on Archangel Michael, so you can go back and watch that. But Archangel Michael is a warrior. He's like the Thor of heaven, and he stands in front of you with his shield, and he shields you from harm. He protects you with his sword of light, and he will not let any harm come to you when you call on him and ask him for help. And you know, people have said things like they're being attacked by demons and there's bad things going on and all this stuff. And, you know, I've worked with angels a long time, and the thing that you do, if you're afraid of any darkness, because darkness is fear, okay? It's all created by fear. Fear is illusion. Fear is illusion. Fear means false experiences appearing real. False experiences appearing real. And when we fear, we get so anxious and we get so afraid that we actually project things out there, you know. We see things that aren't there. It's like if you go and see a horror film. When you go and see a horror film and you come home, you see things in the corner of the room that aren't there, you know. You turn the light off, you start seeing things, you turn the light on, everything's okay, because there's always light in the darkness. The light will always overcome any darkness, because darkness is illusion, and illusion is fear, and fear is false experiences appearing real. And if you're fearing anything right now, if you're afraid right now, then call on Archangel Michael for protection. And if you're still afraid, call on Archangel Michael and the Band of Mercy Angels. The Band of Mercy Angels are like a band of warrior angels that come to Archangel Michael's side. They come to your side. They protect you from harm. They will protect you from absolutely anything in this life. And, you know, I've had amazing results with this, and I know people who have as well. So, you know, if you're fearing something right now, then call on the angels. And, you know, people say to me, are you afraid of ghosts, Liz? Are you afraid of this and that, you know? And no, I'm absolutely not afraid of the spirit realm. Why? Because I know it's illusion, okay? It's illusion. It's created through fear. When you fear something, it gets bigger. It gets bigger and bigger, and it spirals out of control. Your mind plays tricks on you. Everything dark is coming from your ego. Your ego, because your ego edges God out. And when it edges God out, all you see is fear. You see darkness, you see scary things, and you think things are going on that actually aren't. When you call on the light and you know that you're protected by angels and that you've got heaven around you, you feel safe no matter what's going on. And, you know, there's no darkness that can hurt you. I always say to people, don't fear the dead. You need to fear the living. You know, fear the living. The living are what you have to watch out for, you know, not the dead, you know, that have passed over. Angels have got all that under control. You know, when anyone passes over anyone, the angels are right there, guiding them where they need to go. You know, Archangel Azrael is in charge of all that, you know. So don't worry for 1 second that you're being attacked by ghosts or spirits or anything macabre is going on, because the angels, if you call on the angels have got your back. And even if you don't call on the angels, you have a guardian angel protecting you at all times. You can only allow darkness in if you allow it in. And the way you do that is by fear. It's all through fear. When I was training with Charles Virtue in Ireland, Charles Virtue got so much time for him. I'm really interested to know what Charles thinks about this transformation between how Doreen, his mother, used to be and how she is now. Quite interested in that, you know. because Charles is just this ray of light, and I trained with him, and I say trained, you know, I just went to, I became a certified angel therapist with Charles Virtue, and it was something I wanted to do. I wanted a certificate, and I found the whole thing amazing. You know, I met some amazing people, I read Charles's cards, learned a few little things, and you know, at pretty much round about the end of everything, we were having a talk, and we did a little bit of mediumship, and when we were doing the mediumship, we only did it for like 2 hours, and you know, it's very dark energy when you do mediumship. I don't do it a lot. I can do it, I don't like to do it. I prefer to tune into with the angelic realm with the angels, you know. That's where the light really is. And you know, we did this mediumship, and he was kind of like doing a Q&A at the end, and I'll never forget it. You know, this lady stood up and she said, oh, you know, I was thrown around Walmart by this demon. It possessed me. It was throwing me all around Walmart. And Charles Virtue stood up and he said, I'm going to stop you right there. He says, I've worked with angels since I was this big, and I know that there's nothing like that going on. It's what's going on in your mind. It's your mind that creates these things. And that may be hard for some people to hear, but when you really tune into your higher self and you allow heaven in, you see the truth. And the truth is that you're protected always, and that anything that you fear is man-made and it's created by illusion. And Charles said that if he was president and he could have one thing that he would enforce in the world, it would be to ban horror films, because horror films create fear and illusion, and that's where all these thoughts of ghosts and, you know, exorcisms and all these things come from, when really all you have to do is call on Archangel Michael and the Band of Mercy Angels. When you do that, everything is just filtered away. And people have said to me, can you come into my home and do an exorcism, Liz? Can you get rid and banish spirits? And, you know, I just do the same thing every time. I just say, call on Archangel Michael. Call on Archangel Michael, and if you want to do a little ritual that makes you feel better, light a tea light and wait for it to go out and say, Archangel Michael, send anything into the light. But, you know, that's just illusion. You know, it's just something for effect, because once you call on Archangel Michael, any bad feeling is taken away, because it's connected with your ego, your fear, the illusion. It doesn't mean there's actual spirits there that need taking to the light, you know, and that's the absolute truth. Fear the living. People say to me, what are you afraid of, Liz? Do you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of robots. I'm afraid of robots and things like that, you know, things that are created by man, you know, things that are created by man, like cyborgs and things like that freak me out. Terminator, you know, Terminator, probably, I think the one that got me the most out of all of them is probably Terminator 3. You know, I love all the Terminator films, by the way. Number 2's epic, but number 3, I just loved it, you know, but it's so freaky. It's so freaky. Imagine, I mean, iRobot, look at that with Will Smith in. Anything connected with robots freaks me right out, because, you know, this is man-made stuff. Fear the living, guys. Don't fear the dead. The dead cannot hurt you. Bless them, you know. Bless them. Archangel Azrael's with them. And another thing, you know, people are worried that if there's unfinished business and stuff there, the angels have got it all under control. You know, once someone passes over, they ascend to soul, you know. In soul, you don't have any bad feeling towards anybody. Everything is released. When you pass over, Archangel Jeremiah takes everyone through a life review. And you review your life and what lessons you've learned. And if you've hurt people, you feel that pain. The angels show me that. You feel that pain, you know. And then you're kind of, you're a soul, you know. Everything's beautiful. So there's no need to fear this journey. Please don't fear spirit. Please don't fear anything dark going on, because there's always light in the darkness. All you have to remember is, when there's darkness, turn on the light. And that light is Archangel Michael and the Band of Mercy Angels, you know. It's all fear. Whenever you're afraid, whenever you're afraid, just remember, it's fear, it's false experiences appearing real, and it's all created in your mind by illusion. I hope this helps. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon.